I have no knowledge that my daughter has taken any money.
None.
None.
Not from anybody, any family member?
He just said none, Mr. McNick. That's pretty inclusive.
Not from any family member? Is that correct?
That's
Is that
correct.
your sworn testimony?
Yep. I have no knowledge of it.
How about using credit cards that didn't belong to her? Any knowledge of that?
I have no knowledge of that whatsoever.
So I don't believe a dang gum thing that Mr. Hoover states.
Okay, and he didn't have the rod then. So he kept walking, and I'm pretty sure the whole time he had his cell phone with him.
Who was he talking to?
I don't know.
Okay.
I did ask him, but he never told me. Let's see what else. And this is about, probably around now, it's right now somewhere around about 9:30, I guess. Somewhere in that neighborhood.
What day?
Sir?
What day?
That was on a Saturday, November the 15th.
Okay.
What else was I say? So anyway, he kept walking down, and I don't remember if he had his cell phone on the whole time, but he was carrying it with him.
Okay.
So he walked down pretty far down, so I backed my car up. I backed it almost not the full length, but probably right near the school.
Okay.
I think there was like a fence there, so I parked it there. He had come down that far. I think he had kind of like ducked in a couple little spots. He had like kind of ducked in, I guess to check, check it out. Then he came back out. Wasn't dressed for, like searching in the woods.
Right.
It wasn't like camouflage and all that kind of stuff. Let me see what else. He came out. He had gone in just a few feet. Came out. He said, "Come
when
on."
you say a few feet, how far do you mean?
Like two or three steps.
2 or 3 steps?
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing more than that. Let me think. So then, what did I do?
Did he ever go in more than 2 or 3 steps?
I think probably the most. I doubt more than 5.
Okay.
I think probably 5 would have been the most he went in. And again, but they're not like major,
Right.
Not like major strides, because there's like brush and you're stepping over stuff,
Right.
that type of thing. So one is like, if a normal stride is close to 3 feet,
Right.
So if you're doing like a 2.5 foot stride,
Right.
that was probably a lot. So you're probably 10 feet, 12 feet
Okay.
maybe in. Let me think. At one point, there was, I guess you call them pavers. There were 3 pavers, real close to the road, real close. I mean,
Right.
just a couple feet in. There's like a brush, I think, or a bush that kind of like curled over, or kind of like grown over. And it was like 3 pavers there. The center one was broke, I remember. Dominic said this might be the site. I had a video camera. Excuse me. I videotaped that,
Right.
and then right near that there was a piece of plastic that we thought was, I don't know what we thought it was, so I videotaped that too. Turned out just to be, I think, a piece of some kind of a disc. What else?
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Let's see. Well, he took, he moved the, I don't think he slid him over, I think he flipped him over. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think he flipped the stones over. He
Okay.
took the rod. I'm sorry. He had a what do you call it? Not a rake. It's darn it. A garden. It looks like a rake. Little garden. Three prongs on
Okay.
it. Raked down real light.
Okay.
Took the rod, probably 3-4 foot rod maybe. I'm not sure what it was. It's not,
Okay.
might have been stainless steel. Poked it down 3 or 4 plates, not more than that, 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
Didn't feel anything. I'm trying to remember if he put the things back. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Was he taking any pictures?
Sir?
Was he taking any pictures?
He had his and I hadn't really remembered this, but I think he had his he did not have a video camera. I always use a video camera. He had a still camera.
Okay.
I'm not sure what kind it is, but it's just a I don't think it's a very expensive model. It's just a
Right.
cheapo, I got it. I know I'm embarrassing, but
That's all right.
So let me think what else.
So he was taking pictures.
Yes, sir.
And why were you videotaping?
you always, I mean, I've been doing this for, 40
How
years.
far away from you were you when you were videotaping?
How many, from him?
How far from him were you?
3 feet maybe.
Okay, so
It would vary because, you can't get too close, because I'm trying to get, just like the area. When we saw the 3 things, he saw this looks like a gravesite, okay? So get a shot of this, so you just,
It looks like a what?
I'm sorry?
What does it look like?
So he said, this looks like this might be a gravesite because the three things were like perfectly set. Like there'd be one right here, right here, right here.
Okay.
And they were just like in a perfect line,
So he said it would look like a gravesite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or words to that effect.
Okay.
Let me think. So like say he pulled the blocks back, stuck the rod in a couple times. How many times I don't know. But that was after he kind of raked back a little bit. I'm sure you took a picture of that because that was kind of like a big deal seeing that.
Who were you videotaping this for?
Sir?
Who did you videotape this for?
Dominic had asked me to videotape it. Well, like I said, every case I've ever worked, I've always videotaped it. But all my work's always been insurance work.
So you videotaped all the Caylee tips that you worked on?
This is the only time I went on something like that with him. All the other times, like I told you before, it was just going down to the house, keep people from entering the house or threatening them and that sort of thing.
He asked you to videotape it?
Yes, sir.
What did he say he wanted the videotape for?
I think he gave a reason.
Okay.
Just
How long were you guys down there?
How long were we there? We went in maybe an hour, maybe.
An hour or so?
Maybe not quite an hour.
Okay.
But that's probably pretty good. Yeah, that's probably an hour.
Right.
But he did go in and come out a couple times and call, make a call on the phone.
Okay.
So the whole time was not being, in that forest area.
Okay.
I would say he made at least 4 phone calls.
Okay.
I think, and I'm sure he was calling the person who had told him to go down there.
I see.
But again, he
Did
never.
he say where he got this tip from?
No, sir, he never told me. I did ask him, he never told me.
Okay. And when you guys got done, what did you do after you finished?
After we left there, we went to. They were supposed to do we call it press conference.
Okay.
George and Cindy had a a meet and greet day up on. I think it was 436 Cimarron Boulevard.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they had what they call the command center. They had a tent up there, and they were selling T-shirts and buttons and.
Who all was at the command post?
Oh, gee. It was there were 2 or 3 people I didn't know, but the people I did know was Dennis and his wife Sherry. They were from the Kids Fine Network. This girl Michelle Barth. That's the first time I'd ever seen her. She was there. All of a sudden, she was somehow she'd become the spokesman for this group. Okay. She was supposed to be the public relations person for the Kids Fine Network, but all of a sudden she was telling George and Cindy, this TV station wants to interview you, do it over here.
Right.
I mean, she was kind of like took charge.
I see.
Very bossy.
Right.
See, at one point I didn't see it because I had to move my car. I had parked, if you're facing where they had it, I parked to the left,
Right.
and somebody had come out and said, they'd like to have those cars moved. So when I moved that car, or my car, I think Dominic had an interview on TV. I'm not sure, and that was about 12 o'clock. It was somewhere around noon by the time. They had
Who saw this videotape? Once you had the videotape, who saw it?
nobody.
So no one at all. Did you give it to?
It was just in my camera.
So Dominic never asked to see it once you were
No,
finished?
sir.
And
No,
you've
sir.
never been asked for it?
No, sir.
Okay.
Not even now.
Oh, yeah, he's asked for it recently.
Who has?
Dominic.
What did you tell him when he asked for it?
I told him I taped over it.
What did you say when you told him you taped over it?
They called me a dumb fuck.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. Well, I'll say I was a dumb fuck, and then I was a fucking idiot. That's what I was. Yeah. So I probably had a few words about that.
All right.
I was telling him, and I don't think he knew who the fuck he was talking to. It kind of pissed
Did
me
he
off.
say why he needed it? What did you say recently? When did he first start asking for
Let me
it?
think. He asked me the first time. Let me think now. It's been recent though.
Recent as in the last day or two? Last week? The week before?
No, it's been. Let me think.